look at our studio.
Whoa.
Look at all the awesome artwork.
Okay, Martina, come get into the shot.
So what we wanted to do today is just relive some of our favorite moments from 2013.
The things that really matter to us that we have backstories for that make us laugh a lot more. It's been a year since we opened our studio and a lot of awesome things have happened. We've done a whole bunch of interviews here in the studio already.
We had like Moof Booty in here.
We had Moof Booty.
We had Eric Nam.
Classic Kwai.
Yeah, we had U Beats.
We had Crayon Pop.
Yep.
We had K-Will.
Nam, Hey Guys. For the
Hey
best
guys.
kind of 5-second dance interview. And we also interviewed Shiny and Miss A.
And Miss A.
I know we're gonna forget someone.
On top of that, we also got to tour to a whole bunch of different countries and meet thousands of loving nasties. That have both renewed our faith in humanity and the internet. Really touched us. We cried a few times.
A few times we cried like almost constantly.
Just about every
nonstop,
day.
All the time.
Also, we opened our own online store.
And Suzy has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that. Yeah, I know. Suzy pretty much designed almost every single item in our shop. And she's like,
Almost.
She's like, just that one, I'm removing it from the shop. And we're also really happy that we were able to do everything locally.
I'm going to Dongdaemun.
모두 올라갈 거라서 네, 한 번만 인사해 주세요.
어떻게 인사합니까?
네, 안녕하세요. 이렇게 그냥 이것만 해주셔도 돼요.
그것만 하면 돼요?
네, 뭐. 네, 감사합니다. 그럼 막 인사할 거 없어, 그냥. 네, 그럼.
안녕하세요.
And our T-shirt company is just like downstairs in our building, and they produce everything in Korea except for the T-shirts, but like they're printing everything in Korea.
Also rather important, we added Suzy and Lee to the Eatyourkimchi crew. Can you have a crew with 2 people? Can
The
you?
saddest crew ever.
So now we have a 4-person crew, and we've done so many awesome adventures with you guys since you've been here. And today they decided to call each other up and ask what they were wearing so that they would appear in the video.
Plan it. It just happened.
Is this because you work with each other too much and you're starting to dress alike?
We're becoming hive mind.
Hey, last year Suzy would always copy my outfits non-stop.
No.
I'd always
You
come to the
copy
studio
my
and she'd be
outfit.
wearing the same clothes.
Whoever got up earlier is the person who put on the outfit first. So
Well,
who
it's
wins this
definitely
battle?
Suzy because I don't wake
So
up
Simon
until
copied Suzy's
I don't wake up
outfits.
until the PMs.
That's right. All right, I'm starting with one of my favorite moments from the end of 2013. This is actually for the Eat Your Kimchi Awards. So we were filming on this insane schedule because we had a lot of people coming into the studio and we were leaving for Canada on like the 18th. So we had to film, had to have everything done before we left and then bring it to Canada, edit. So we were on our last day of filming. We hadn't even packed for Canada.
Nope.
And we had been awake for like 27 hours.
It was insane.
It was really insane. Simon's meltdown was during the EXO skit when we were ice skater Olympic reporters, and he couldn't hold it together.
Let me finish. I gotta that.
We're so tired.
When we're getting close to a deadline, if you so much as make one mistake, Martina's like, screw you, I'm gonna do this whole thing myself. I just stuttered a little bit, a little tiny stutter, and Martina was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, please just let me finish the line.
I'll take this over.
Shut up.
And you know what?
No,
Joe
I'm doing
Bob?
it. I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna change your name
No,
every time. Ready?
shut up.
And you know, ready? It's my turn.
I'm doing it. It's my
Yeah,
turn.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
You know what, David?
You know what?
Listen up, Jeremy.
I want to do this one. I think my meltdown there really was some of the best footage we've ever done before.
That was a real live meltdown.
It's funny how you laugh at somebody else's meltdown.
You're like,
the psychological breakdown, and you find this amusing.
And then when you tried to do it, you
You're
actually
a
couldn't
sick,
do it.
sick person.
That was the best part of it. He actually couldn't do it in the end.
I did do it in the end.
No, you didn't.
Well, let the video prove that. They're just excellent or excellent.
So this year, Suzy and I joined the crew, and we had an introduction video in which we did a bunch of crazy K-pop related questions and Eat Your Kimchi related questions. And then we had a super epic dance party in the streets. And one of my favorite parts about that was how genuinely excited we all were. In the video, you see us go, yay! And we were actually all genuinely excited to go dance on the street.
Yeah. And people will ask us, was it embarrassing to dance in the streets? Like were we worried? I was really not. I didn't care about it. And actually, I didn't really like the matching clothing. Not this one. The whole concept of the matching.
Teamwork is the best!
You mean like originally or now?
Like originally.
Oh, before the Eatyourkimchi Crew?
Yeah, before like Eatyourkimchi Crew. But I hated being a part of any like community. But EYK Crew was my first like...
You like matching so much now that you match with Lee before filming
Now
days.
you call each other up to make Team Book happen. Okay, so when we handed you that ugly aqua shirt and those horrible orange pants,
We looked very hard for the ugliest things we could
ugliest things we
find.
could possibly find. Did you not say to yourself like, why am I wearing this? Or were you like, I'm happy with this decision?
I'm happy with this tackiness.
Change into your outfits and let us begin the competition.
The competition. Okay, so the first matching outfit we ever had was actually the dance in the street, the orange and the green, which we still wear to this day.
The more tackiness, the better.
I think it's an ironic team book, that's why. We're not trying to be like team book, like serious team book, yeah. Although people seriously thought that we were a dance crew, and so it's embarrassing because people are waiting, like, what are they gonna do? Let's see their dance moves.
Noise!
And you're like, no.
Some magic did happen,
Yeah,
but...
I think so too.
I think the thing that makes it so special for me is that we're shameless and we just don't care if we get embarrassed or not. And I'm really happy that we could find 2 more people as part of our team that don't feel any embarrassment the way we don't feel any embarrassment. Indifference towards the outside world. Friends.
Anyways, our second gear that we got, which took us forever to find, remember? They were like paisley.
The paisley shorts, but we couldn't
Navy tank
find.
tops.
Yeah.
Team Lee and Suzy and Team Simon and Martina. Lazy Team
Lazy.
Lazy, because I'm crazy. The tank tops were the problem because of Simon's friggin' boobus.
See, the problem that we have is that
Menpecs? Chesticles?
a lot of our resources and time management goes towards finding matching clothing with each other.
It's important if we're gonna go on an Eatyourkimchi Crew road adventure, which is what I was trying to get at. One of my favorite parts of the entire year was our team adventure that we went on.
Yes.
Team building exercise. So much planning in advance. And then after all our planning, do you guys remember when we were doing the drinking games? We left the envelope with all of our pre-cut stuff. Do you remember?
Oh.
Yeah, there was also, like, when we were playing those drinking games, it was the people next door to us. Like, it looks in the video like, oh, we have this whole, like, little garden rooftop-y area to ourselves.
Take your chin and rub it all the way up Suzy's
It's not
neck.
my
It
chin,
folds
it's
up.
this part.
But it'll fold the whole thing up into your face.
But no, there was definitely, like, a couple trying to grill their own meat.
They were
Trying
like
to go on, like, a
pushed up against the
romantic,
hole, looking at us all confused, like, what are these crazy people doing?
Yeah. And then it turns out in the end that both of them had like lived overseas. And like one of them lived in America and one of them lived in Canada. And we were like, oh, so everything we were saying, they understood all of our like embarrassing, like never have I ever kissed a boy. Like, they're like in the next room like, oh no, like taking notes.
Put your fingers down if. If you had a longer relationship, more than 5 years.
Our team would like Suzy to define relationship.
Relationship, married.
Suzy says, Sayonara, Martina, put your fingers down. This is what Suzy says.
And in a very Sherlockian way, how you have the text pop up in Sherlock a lot. For us, we just had drunk all over our video.
We were really barely holding it together for the actual drinking games. Like,
Simon's drunk.
You're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Lee was saying, like in editing afterwards, it looks like we're going like pretty quickly.
Yeah, we were playing
Yeah.
Samyuku, like it looks like we have our stuff together, like, oh, okay, yeah, eat. But no.
like a 40-minute of real-time video.
We had so much soju, and then like right at the get-go, we ended up screwing up when it was the punishments, the rules that changed the game at the beginning.
They have to speak in third person.
Can't use your right hand.
You couldn't say the words drink, drank, or drunk.
Yeah, and then by the time the video starts, we're like,
Hey guys.
I do.
You said I.
Simon said drink!
towards something with her right hand.
That's it. Suzy, Martina, Simon, let's do this.
This is hard.
Actually, one part that I did not like about the adventure though was the driving in the rain.
Hey guys.
Say yes.
Is Martina coming next, or should she say?
Fudgy.
And the reason why is because on video, rain and snow never appear as they are in real life. You videotape out the car and you're like, oh, it's raining.
Yeah, if it's really raining or if it's not really raining. But that was some serious freaking rain.
And we were going up like around mountains with like no railings, and cars were actually parked underneath bridges to try to avoid the monsoon. So remember I said to you guys a couple times, guys, you know what? I'm gonna pull up under this bridge.
Right.
No,
There was nowhere to pull over.
everyone's already taking those spots, and so we were searching desperately for a town, like any town to stop in, and we forced Simon out of the car and into the rain.
I don't want to get really badly rained on. Oh, hi guys. I got your Ubis for you.
Don't say my name. No. Oh, bye. He's been.
That's not fair. I got it.
And
was
one of
lots
my
of fun,
favorite moments of that was going into the store barefoot. That's like the no shirt, no shoe, no service.
Yeah.
Like in North America and in Korea, they're like, it's monsoon.
I
season.
understand
They're
the
homos.
situation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking something wrong in my head.
Tell me what you're thinking. You might be right.
Everybody get naked and just have like dick fights.
Everybody gets naked and just have dick fights. This is what Suzy thought a sausage fest was, that everyone like lightsabers their dick and just beats each other with them.
I'm not even sure how that word would actually come into an English conversation. Like last night I went to this party
It makes
and
it
all these
seem
guys pulled out their
as if
dicks
this
and
is
started
common
fighting each
enough
other with their
that people
dicks.
can make a term out of it.
Yes.
Like,
I don't know what popped into my mind. I just like, it doesn't make sense. It's just like, I just blurted out.
a lot of the answers that Suzy has for the slang that she guesses have to do with dicks.
Yeah, she has a very dirty mind.
But you're also giving a lot of things like manscaping.
Janky she thought was a dirty dance movie.
Is it like a move? Jank?
No.
The jank. I don't know, jank?
Let's do the janky! Do the
Wait,
janky.
is this where I start sausage
Do the
festing?
janky. So this is like a newer segment. If you guys haven't known, Suzy and Lee are doing a segment called
Discussing interesting contemporary Korean slang.
I don't know what you were thinking, but one of the things that I really like about it is that slang around the world is constantly changing. So Suzy and Lee will pick out slang words that Suzy can't know. You guys will suggest things, but Suzy already knows those. We can't use
Suzy's
slang
on
words.
it.
Yeah, like she already is on this. So we're trying to dig back into like the old school days of slang or slang from different parts of the States and North America. So I really enjoy looking at the
Esoteric
comment
slang.
section. Yeah, exactly. Because people are like, I never use this. And some people are like, I always use this. And some people are like, I've never heard of this. It can't be slang. But that's the whole point of slang, man. Always changing, like twittering. That's totally a word that I didn't make up.
Where will your head?
Am I out of the shot?
Still in the shot.
Am I out of the shot?
Still in the shot. Your giant ass is
Am I
still in
out?
the shot. No, your foot's still there.
Lee picked out twerking as one of our slangs. And I didn't know what it was, but like I'm trying to guess. We kind of were drained a bit that day, and it didn't work out. And like she finally just showed me what twerking was.
Oh no.
We should have filmed that part.
We laughed
I'm
so hard.
I knew what twerking was.
Oh.
I saw it in one of those like in Korean club. A girl. It was really
Wait, was she handstand twerking or just like
Was she
on her
trying to
feet
twerk?
It
twerking?
was on like a stage,
Yeah.
and she was barely wearing any clothes. Actually, I think her pants were like down here, but she curled up to her like here. Yeah, rolled up like a diaper.
Rolled up like a diaper.
Really looks like a white diaper, and she curled up her shirt as well. Like and then she's really young. She's like 19 or 20 something. And my friend and I was just like looking at this like ridiculous, like she's twerking and what is this new, what, and all the guys
Teenagers are doing.
and all the guys were like, and she didn't mind. I'm like, Yeah, so like
Suzy learned what twerking was, and we laughed so hard we actually could not finish filming that episode. Like we just fell apart by the end of it. It was so funny.
So speaking of new segments, and we also started a new cooking segment, which not a lot of people know about. I really love cooking and baking. After like I leave the studio, it's like 11 o'clock or 2 in the morning.
She cooks until like 2 a.m.
It doesn't matter when I leave. I'll be like, I'm gonna make my own soy milk. I'm gonna press my own tofu. I'm gonna learn how to make tuna buchige. So it's something I really enjoy doing. And then Lee and I had a big talk about this because I wanted to do a cooking segment, but I didn't want to do a cooking segment that's like 8 minutes of me peeling garlic, because doesn't it feel like it's always like that?
Yeah, so many cooking segments are trying to teach you how to cook, but the thing about Korean food is a lot of people already know how to cook, but they just don't know how to make these particular recipes. So they don't need to be 8 minutes of chopping garlic. We know how to chop garlic.
Also, I don't think anyone ever needs to see 8 minutes of chopping garlic.
I agree. So we decided to do something a little bit more fun, and Martina and I are both a little bit in love with disco funk music.
And we also have an inside joke that we keep doing that I don't know if everyone's caught it yet, unless you've watched all the segments, but we like slipping in these little like sassy voices that come up in every single one of them. Add liquid. Simmer that shit.
Oh Lord!
Ooh, spatula, you're so big and beefy, I just wanna bend you over chair. Hot pepper.
Shut your mouth!
I didn't say anything. And the other part that I really liked was when I tried to flip the pajon. And that wasn't like, I didn't fake this. I had flipped so many pajons that week because I had been
Like
practicing how to
3
make
pajons.
it. Yes, and I was like, pajon, pajon, pajon. And as soon as the camera came on, I knew this would happen. I tried to flip it and it was such a friggin' disaster, and we were considering cutting it out originally. And then we were like, why don't we dub over it with awful, awkward Martina, who really honestly feels like you guys are gonna hate me for not flipping the pajon properly. Oh man, everyone's gonna know that I screwed up. They're gonna hate me. They're gonna...
Martina always has performance anxiety whenever she's on camera. Like, sure, we could just be ourselves, but whenever you ask her to do something like dance on camera, or flip pajon on camera, or speak Korean on camera, then she's like,
Oh god, it's dialing. It's not. Here I go. 예, 안녕하세요. 고추 잡채 하나 하고 탕수육 식사 세트. 네, 짜장면 2개 주세요. 네. 친형 컷. 오, 카드 괜찮아요? I gotta call back. Because sometimes they don't let you call with a card, and I totally forgot.
Yeah, I got cash.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I'm not gonna call them back because that was scary. Scary. It was scary. Didn't like it.
Run for it! Get the Julie's out! Get the Julie's out! Go!
He did it. I did it. I have panic. I don't know why.
If anybody should have panic, it should be Simon, because he gets slapped in every cooking video.
That's right.
And sometimes she slaps hard.
But Asian markets smell weird.
Come a little closer. A little closer. Just go to an Asian market.
I don't like that.
Authentic reaction.
I don't like this part of the video.
Method acting.
I tried to teach Simon the 3, 2, 1, lean into it the opposite direction, and Simon's like, lean this way,
She's like,
and
my
then he
hand's
leaned
gonna
into
go this
it.
way and move your face this way so the sound can be louder when I hit you.
Speaking of food, what about that spam episode?
Oh my god, you weren't here for the spam one, right? I think you were in Busan.
No, but
You were
I
in Busan.
definitely edited all of those spam farty noises.
Yes, those spam farty noises were real.
Actually
Yeah.
from the video.
Yes. We barely held it together that entire video because Suzy was supposed to be our French waiter, I guess, or waitress who has lots of mustache hair. That can happen.
I think the best part of that was when Suzy, like, we tried to put her on the spot and ask her what a French Korean was, and she just started like hissing at us in parcel tongue. Is there any word for French Koreans? Like,
It turns into a raptor. Like, don't you have French friends?
I tried to imitate my friend. Sorry, I'm not sure.
I thought your French accent was pretty good. It was just that one part that you melted down.
she just couldn't think of anything.
And Suzy couldn't even be on camera. Like, she just walked away and she was just like...
we just had to like crud her out and just like leave us in there.
And we're trying to concentrate and look in camera and like discuss the food, but Suzy's to the left of us, like pissing her pants silently.
And you can hear the giggling in the background.
Yeah, if you turn up the volume, you can hear Suzy. And you know what else makes me laugh a lot, even though it's not in the videos? People cannot deal with the fact that we did not cook the spam. To this day, we still
get
getting
comments in the comment section like, you're supposed to cook your spam. You can eat it raw.
Yes.
It's possible.
Let's set this straight forever. Spam is pre-cooked, okay? The reason why it comes in a can is so that you can travel with it in the army or camping or whatever, and you could open it up and eat it with a spoon and you will not die. Also, everyone's like, oh, it would taste better if you cooked it. How much better are we talking about?
Still
really?
tastes like spam, but warmer.
Warmer spam. Like, we're not saying spam is not good. I like spam in my bude jjigae. I'm saying we did bacon spam, onion spam, we did all these crazy flavors, and all anyone can say is, you should totally cook that spam first. Okay, there's also another clip that's up. It's on our 3rd channel that I don't know know if everyone knows that we have. There's Simon and Martina bonus, and then there's like a channel called Open the Happy, which is unrelated to our normal segments. Yeah, so we do like Spudgy and Memers or like makeup videos, or Simon does like reviews.
And one of the videos we did there was Suzy getting the bunny beanies that we sell in our store. Like she showed how she was getting those done in Dongdaemun and whatnot.
It was her own personal vlog.
I was embarrassed. I was talking to myself in the hallway and I was embarrassed and stopped recording, so. Okay.
But my favorite part about that is that whenever there's a silence in Suzy's conversation, she'll randomly break out into a song like da da or da da da. And we made her aware of this. And whenever she does it, she's like, no, not again.
Suzy's little da-dums I like because it's almost like a video game achievement.
I have achieved silence.
Yes, well, like, no, because we'll go for supper and we'll be like, let's go for supper. And we walk down the hallway and then Suzy hops outside and she goes like, da-dum. It's like, you've achieved going for supper.
I don't know, I haven't noticed until Simon. It's like, I've noticed that you have this little sounds of end of your sentence. I'm like, no, I don't. And then
Yes, you do.
realize I'm like, every time I'm like, shh.
We got lost. We got lost already.
Simon.
You should not have told her. It's adorable.
It's adorable.
Yeah, I know, but it's funny now because now she laughs as well as saying at the same time.
Da-dum. Also, in that video, Suzy debuted her first K-pop idol hit.
I was singing Geoda's Friday Night.
It's Friday night. Oh, Friday night.
It was one of our area jam. So it was Friday night. It was pretty late, like 8 p.m. And was that?
Wait a second, old lady.
It was 8 p.m. 3 hours past my bedtime.
8 o'clock. Time to get home.
I was preparing for myself to like let go of the freedom of Friday night.
And Suzy had mashed prunes afterwards as she rocked in a rocking chair.
On her furniture covered in plastic. Yes. We have talked about before Suzy making a list of her favorite jams from the 80s and 90s from K-pop because she introduced me to some amazing, amazing old school K-pop that I really, really like. So I feel like you should probably do that. You should probably share it with the world, man.
Yeah. Maybe we can do an indie, like an old school Suzy indie segment.
That could be really fun.
Yeah, and we'll make you wear the Ajima permed wig.
And a fur vest.
Yes.
You know that you're an Ajima in Korea if you start wearing fur vests. There are a lot of things we did for K-pop Music Money that stick out for us as well. I think one of our biggest triumphs was when we did the Gentleman video because that was so much effort going into that. We waited for the Gentleman video to come out. We started scripting for within an hour right afterwards. The next day we were out filming the exact same spots that Psy filmed in.
You also forgot that I had to make that awful song.
Yes.
That beep, 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 beep.
And
there
you
was
know
like
what?
layers and layers and layers of composing on that song.
What's interesting about that is that we kept on getting copyright notices for that song, and I'm like, this is not the Gentleman song. There's no confusion. This song is so bad. You cannot get this confused. This is made in GarageBand, and it was like done with my nose mashing up against a keyboard.
What do you mean your nose?
It's not anywhere close.
I made this
How
song.
dare you accuse us of doing
It was
the
made
same
by
song?
me. I even made it a point to make sure that the actual tone was off. Gentlemen, I know that to people, it may not have been that successful because everyone was kind of sick of Psy at that point, even though I love Gentlemen. But making of it for us personally, when you say success, was because of the amount of filming that went into that one video.
Yes.
And when we did the bridge scene, which by the way, there was like 4 lanes of traffic. We had to like run across. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It's a real,
it was cold.
It was cold.
After we filmed that, we couldn't get a taxi for like 2 hours.
We got stranded.
We were like calling them. We went to the nearest coffee shop, like, hey, can a taxi come? They're like, no. And we just sat there forever trying to find a way to get home.
And then we decided to take the subway home.
Yes.
And we were all wearing our matching gear.
But it was all like freezing at the same time.
And Ryan was in the video and he was jammed into one of them and it didn't fit him. So he was like, I can't believe I'm wearing this. And we were covered in kimchi juice.
Oh my god. We all smelled like
we
kimchi.
all smell like kimchi.
Every scene that had kimchi in it, we had bought like piles and piles of kimchi. And the kimchi margarita, that
Martina guzzled that. She loved it.
was so
Just take a delicious margarita and smear that with kimchi.
It was so awful. It tasted like drinking vomit. That's what it tasted like. And I was like, keep in character, Martina. Just keep in character.
Professional.
Like a champ.
That's right.
Drop the fat beats. All the oppas in the house buy me ice cream. All the oppas in the house buy me ice cream. With the mic in my hand, I drop lyrics out of Ula. If you don't shout my name, I turn into Agazilla. My puppy is scruffy. My hoodies are fluffy. My gangsta is toughy. My bodies are puffy.
In the same vein of songs that Martina makes, we've had a few songs that have been rather random this year.
Man hope, a warrior from long ago.
GD's running, yeah, GD's running, yeah, GD's running around.
And what you don't know about these moments of K-pop Music Monday is that sometimes Martina and I will be in the middle of like scripting something and we're just about to film, and then Martina will just say, stop. And she'll just leave with her computer and go off and like birth this brainchild of a bizarre song, and she's like, I got it, here's a song. And I'm like, great. How does this fit into Music Money? She's like, I don't know, but here's a masterpiece. And we somehow have to squeeze in these random songs that she makes.
It comes to me in the middle of the night. Like, I will be thinking about the GD song, and then suddenly I'm like, GD's pretty much just like running this entire video. It's like he's got the runs. It's almost like he went to Taco Bell, and then I'm like, and then I lock myself in a cave and I picture it country western, and I will just compose the whole song, and everyone always doubts me on all of these. You didn't like the Taemon concept.
I didn't. I've changed my mind.
Have you? Have you?
I always liked Taemon.
Oh, I see. So Lee was on my side. What about you, Suzy?
I was impressed.
You were impressed?
I was impressed by your diligence, but not the final result.
I was very impressed by also the GD one, where like she was like working on the actual composing. I like the song already, but like she was also working on like the arts of it, like the
art of GD holding a burrito while he runs.
And from Godzilla and from Vangarilla, he's eating some Taco Bell.
And she'd spend like hours on bed, and then it turned out really great. I was like really super impressed.
Did you like the singing toilets with the banjo?
And if you see him in the city and he's looking kind of shitty, he's still eating that Taco Bell.
That was really hard to do.
I'm not gonna lie, GD running is not my favorite GD moment of the year.
What's your favorite GD moment of the year?
I killed a child!
Oh my god, I killed a child!
Oh, GD, we make fun of your frailty.
We were really scared to include that. It was originally just blooper footage that we, I laughed so hard, I'm on the ground so you can't see me, but I'm like, this can't be used. Like, it's unusable. But we were like, you know what? People have to just accept
We've already
it.
jumped the shark like 2 years ago. Let's just keep on doing bizarre stuff if we want.
The best part is that we love GD.
Yeah.
I respect him probably the most
we
out of
know
everyone.
that he's like 85 pounds soaking wet, and he's just not the strongest guy out there.
Well,
so
we don't know that. We haven't arm wrestled him. GD, come to the studio.
I
arm
could
wrestle
probably
me.
curl GD's weight. Hey yo, stop disrespecting me!
Oh, also memorable moment, he touched my hair.
Look at your hair.
Okay, so that's it for our long-ass video. I hope you liked it. We just want to relive some moments of our favorite times of the year, and I hope that...
Sorry.
What? Tell me.
Dun, dun, dun. Love is the moment. Love is the minute. Lee has no idea what I'm singing.